So this is a long-awaited video. A lot of people have been mailing in to do a live Q&A to kind of answer some of your questions. So my PO box has been full for a while. Um, Honestly, we didn't think anybody would be really writing in that much, but we got a lot of letters coming in and a lot of concerns. A lot of people, I guess we scare um, a lot of you sometimes, and so we're just going to do a live Q&A. I'm going to read out some of the letters that I've been getting. It might get a little repetitive because a lot of people keep asking the same things. So I will be jumping into a lot of these letters. Um, so I do have a question coming from Timmy John Store. John Store. So John Store wants to know if all of this is real or not. And hello everybody. We're doing a live Q&A. I'm just kind of reading out some of the questions here. So Jimmy is asking if all of this is made up. And I assure you that the paranormal investigation side of this is real. This is all legitimate paranormal investigations. And he is also asking if he can borrow $10. And no, so we're not here to hand out any kind of money. So please stop mailing in asking for money because we're not here to hand out any kind of cash. So I have another question here. This is coming from a concerned mother. She wants to remain anonymous. She's saying that our live streams are quite frightening, that they keep up her kids at night, and she is asking us politely to stop the paranormal investigations because they're way too scary. So the thing about this is, well, I'm reading out letters. These are currently. So is this talking to ghost Q&A? We could be talking to spirits later on. Paranormal investigation can happen anywhere at any time. It doesn't have to be a place with, um, you know, history of ghosts. You can just start a live, a live paranormal investigation at work. You can start a live paranormal investigation pretty much anywhere. I like to start them in restrooms. I find a lot of bad spirits in restrooms often. I'll just lock myself inside of a public restroom and just conduct my paranormal investigation then. But I do have a concerned mother here. She wrote in. She wrote a very long, lengthy letter asking me to stop the paranormal investigations because I guess they're too frightening. And I guess proceeding forward, I mean, maybe we can age restrict them if it gets too scary for some of you. Hello, Christine. Hello, everybody. And so I honestly don't. I can't stop the paranormal investigations. I feel that what we're exposing is real and it's concrete, and sometimes it's steel and sometimes it's copper. But so to this anonymous mother, I apologize for having scared your children, but that's just paranormal investigation. That's what happens when you do this and take this legitimately. So our next question is coming from Martha Wainwright. Martha Wainwright is asking, what size shirt do I wear? Why does it always seem like it's too tight and my nipples show? So, this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about here. I want people to take this legitimately. These are real questions that I'm trying to answer here. I like to think my clothes fits on me well. I think this is just some prankster right now, just trying to get funny right now, and this trying to take this legitimate. So if you have a question for my paranormal investigations, we're totally here to answer any kind of questions you have of the other side or this side. There's also the middle side, but stay hydrated, everybody. So our next question comes from Dixon Long. Dixon Long. So he writes, "Hey bro, love your streams, love your live streams. Can you please do one with less clothes on?" Okay, this is the type of nonsense. You guys send this to my PO box. You're the guys the ones sending this to my mailbox. You're taking the time to write this nonsense out and sending this to me. So no, the answer is no. I'm gonna stay fully clothed. Have I ever seen El Diablo? Yes, we have. I have encountered El Diablo. I was at a highly renowned public food restaurant. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to say their name because I don't want to get shut down in any way. But I was at a very highly renowned um, fast food joint. I ate something, and it sent me straight to the restroom. And like I said, I do a lot of my paranormal investigations in the restroom. Um, can you screen eggs, please? I can screen. If I can scream eggs, I cannot scream eggs. It's always been a medical condition that I have. I cannot exclaim that particular word. I am currently trying to get a diagnosis for it. But yeah, so I have encountered the El Diablo several times. It was at a fast food restroom. I don't recommend the number 10 combo. Again, I'm not going to say the name of this, but so yeah, I accept the apology sincerely, and I appreciate you for apologizing. I'm gonna just move on to the next question. Again, these people they're blowing up my PO box, and so I'm gonna be going down the list here. And I'm gonna be reading out some of their letters here. Okay, I got another concerned mother. Her name, at least she decided to say her name. Her name is Denise Jenkins 64. Denise Jenkins 64 is asking if I can stop speaking to the demon known as Denise. So right off the bat, okay, I don't control what happens on the other side. I understand that you have, like, from what her letter says, she shares the name with this demon, and it freaks her out when she sees it. But listen, people, I've talked to Santiago's, I've talked to Frederico's, to Nelson's. It could be anything goes. Anything goes with these people. Demons are very creative. I got one guy. His name was Sparkle Dust McKinsey, and anything can happen here. Are deviled eggs demon entities? I do believe so. I have several videos of deviled eggs coming alive and jumping straight onto the floor. So just to wrap that up, like I said, I don't have any control over what these demons do, or what they say. Um, Hello, Kerman. How are you? We're doing a live Q&A. So if you have any questions that you always wanted to ask the paranormal team, unfortunately, I guess I do need to address that. Unfortunately, Gilbert is not with us at this time. We're praying for his recovery. He was able, and this is an update, that he was able to drop the charges. He was able to beat the charges. They weren't able to get him. I guess they beat him too hard. And Gilbert should be back on our next paranormal investigation. This is what happens sometimes when you paranormal investigate. You get beaten by the police. And so we thank Gilbert for his sacrifice and his bravery facing, the police in our previous paranormal investigation. This things can get real. And luckily, Gilbert was there to, pretty much catch the charge and take the heat. A lot of people were writing in saying that, oh, we used Gilbert as a heat seeker. Like, well, what's a heat seeker? You get me? Like, that's not a heat seeker is somebody that runs faster on the highway so the cops chase them instead. Yeah, hello, Victor. Gilbert. Just to clarify, Gilbert is not. He's recovering. He is recovering from what he went through with his encounter with our esteemed law enforcement. But like I said, you can check out the previous live stream. I said it several times. We had the permits to be there. They showed up out of nowhere. I think they were trying to cover up whatever these spirits knew. I think the mayor might be involved in something dirty. But these spirits might know the truth behind it. But so Gilbert, hopefully he comes back. I do believe the devil does want Gilbert. Gilbert can be pretty succulent. He can be pretty kind of, I don't know, something tasty about him. I can understand that. I can see that if the devil is attracted to Gilbert. And stay hydrated. So our next question is coming. Our next question is coming from a fellow paranormal investigator. Cheers, fellow paranormal investigator. He says, "Hey, bro, love that you're getting better and better at this. Just please be careful with the other side. Remember that these demons are real and they will latch onto you. What do you use as protection?" Now, a real question. Thank you so much from a So, what things that I use for protection when I'm paranormal investigating? I use a lot of oil. I will kind of put holy oil all over my body. That's why I try not to be on camera when I do these, because the oil can kind of make me a little bit too glossy, but I'll be oiled up all over. And pretty much this holy oil that I pay our priest to bless. Okay, he blesses this oil. I oil up all over myself, and then I start the paranormal investigation. People are asking, why don't I just use holy water? It's the consistency. It's the thickness of it. Sometimes you just want a little bit of thickness on it. You get me? So the oil clings onto you, and therefore the spirits just kind of slide right off of you, and then just kind of glean off of you. I do not use any kind of infant lubrication. This is all holy oil coming straight from the Catholic Church. It's been blessed. The Pope has been known to use this type of oil in his proceedings. So I mean, I don't know if we can accept endorsements from the Catholic Church, but if they want to sponsor, if the Catholic Church wants to sponsor our paranormal investigations, we're more than willing to take their money. But you know that we're not currently sponsored by, but that's what I mainly do for protection above the whole burning sage. I also like to, one thing I do, this will work, to cleanse your home. Start what's going around your area. So P. Diddy is also a paranormal investigator. P. Diddy could be a paranormal investigator if he really set his mind to it. So what's going on in our area right now? It might be a car chase. We did hear it was potentially a V8 engine hauling ass down the highway, and then a police helicopter chasing it. True story, real talk. So, but yeah, so that's probably what Mr. Diddy was doing. But one thing I just want to say right now, if you're having issues in your home and you need to clear your home of paranormal incidents, big ball of steel wool, you wrap it in tin foil, and you put it in the microwave for about 5 to 7 minutes. It will pretty much create this dust or this kind of cloud of smoke that will cleanse your whole house, similar to what sage does. But that's what I like to do. I get a steel wool and put satire all over it, and then I put it into the microwave, and then I can't get banned because I said that. Are you hiding out in a cave? I am not hiding out in a cave right now. This is a live paranormal investigation. If we could get permits to go into a cave, I would be more than willing to hide out in a cave for a few days. But we're going to continue on with our questions here. I have another question that's coming from Sandra Philanopians. Sandra Philanopian says that she's having trouble with ghosts in her house. She's wondering what I could do or what she could do to cleanse her home of all the ghosts. So apart from what I just said, one of the best things you can do is pretty much hire a paranormal investigation team such as myself to cleanse your home. That's pretty much the only thing you can ever do, is to hire somebody to cleanse your home. It's like plumbing. Once it's past a certain point, you can't snake it out. You gotta go in. You gotta replace the whole pipes, and you gotta redo the whole thing. So that's where the paranormal investigation team comes in if you need to clear out your plumbing. Could my toothache be a poltergeist? It could be. I've had several incidents where people come up to me and they say that their teeth go flying out in the middle of the night. So it could be a poltergeist. Have you ever pissed off a dentist? It can happen. You piss off a dentist, the dentist passes away. Next thing you know, it's tracking you and it's trying to pull your teeth out in the middle of the night. I've had a few incidents of that happening, and people have hired me to cleanse their homes for that, for a dirty dentist. And so that's what I'm saying to little Sandra here. You know, if you have ghosts in your home, only way you can cleanse them is to hire a legitimate paranormal team. Go down to City Hall, go down to the counter, and you ask them for legitimate paranormal cleaners that have been approved by the city. And this is why all the controversy on our previous stream comes from. We had permits from the city. So there was no reason for Gilbert to have been beaten and arrested. Um, do you have any drums? Play the drums for the investigation. Oh man, I used to have a sweet set of bongos. Sorry, I don't know what I. Oh, I gave them away. God damn it. Yeah, I gave away my bongos the day I graduated high school. I gave it away to the freshman because he like looked up to me or whatever. I don't know. Kid liked me, so I was like, "Here, have the bongos so you can remember me." And anyways, he's a good kid. So and light some incest. I would like to light some incest, but I think that is illegal, and I'm not into that at all. Um, Bongo from El Congo. But anyways, please stay hydrated. I did want to read from the daily text. This is from the Bible. This is holy. Just to kind of cleanse some of the darkness that I've been talking about here. So let's let me just address this real quick. Sorry. So this is from page 49 of the Bible, and it says, "At the crack of the lash, the startled felines reverted to old training. They made for their cages as Batman figured, and I can shut them in." So this is, what does this mean, right? The devil gets out, the lions get out, and, it's your job as Batman to put the lions back in their cages before they ruin your life. And that is coming from a holy book here. This book will prevent a lot of evil. I reference it a lot. And seconds later, an unearthly hunt sweeps by. This book is very relevant in today's world. And so it's a very holy book. I highly recommend it if you're having paranormal issues in your home. But yeah, that's I'm gonna just go back to some of these letters that I swear, man, my P.O. box is flooded. It's absolutely flooded with all these letters. Sorry, so use the bottom of a bucket. Oh, I could use the bottom of a bucket. Okay, so I'm gonna. I see if I could get a bottom of a bucket. I can't really add a bucket to this. We don't have any. We don't have any means to kind of put in a bucket here. Listen, I'm gonna just read the next one. Okay. Hello. This is one of the first times I'm writing into any kind of YouTube channel. I just want to know if you can help me out with this issue I'm having. I've had the worst diarrhea for the last 7 days. Okay. I'm sorry. That wasn't a real question. These I keep getting these a lot. A lot of trolls. A lot of people think it's funny to write in fake letters. You go through the trouble to send a letter to a paranormal team, and you're just going to waste my time with that. If you're having diarrhea, go to the doctor. Okay, I'm tired of having to answer this question. A lot of people keep asking me about their diarrhea. Okay, next question coming in. Hello, trying to get into the paranormal investigation myself. Do you have any tips and tricks and hacks and life hacks to help me out get into the game? If you want to, bro, the diarrhea demon. Look, okay, you can blame the demon for all the diarrhea, but one day you're going to have to deal with the diarrhea. Okay? You can't just hide away the diarrhea or go to, keep wasting a priest's time or a paranormal team's time. You know how many times I've had to show up to someone's house because they're like, oh, I got diarrhea. Can you help me out? And no, I cannot help you out. All you did was wait. It's cost gas. Okay, it cost a lot of gas to drive our paranormal van out to someone's house just to catch them on the crapper, blowing it up, repainting the inside of their hallways. It's traumatizing. You can't unsee stuff like that. And that's not a crime. It's not a crime, apparently. You can invite anyone to your house and they walk in on you shitting yourself alive, and it's okay. It's perfectly okay. But our time has been wasted surely enough by people claiming that their diarrhea is demon related. So I'm going to say this now. It's most likely a bacteria in your gastrointestinal system. I think a Luigi board is haunting me. If you think a Luigi board is haunting you, again, you're going to have to hire somebody to cleanse the object. That's not going to be cheap. It's going to be probably 3 or 4 figures. It costs a lot of money to cleanse an object. This is what I'm telling people. You got to be serious. Don't go to yard sales. Don't buy stuff from Goodwill. Don't buy used stuff. Don't accept gifts of any kind. You don't know what could be on it. Okay, unless you've made it. I make my own butter for this reason. You can buy demonic butter from the store. This is true. If it keeps coming out, then eventually it will begin to bleed. Yes, that is true. If you are bleeding, though, that means that you have a very serious issue, and you really, really should go to the doctor, though, if there is blood in your stool. There's 2 types of blood that can come out in your stool, red or black. Now answer me this. Which one is worse? I will wait. Now, while we wait, I'll read the next question. Oh, sorry. I wanted to the next question I didn't get to is how, tips and tricks to get into the paranormal investigation. That's what somebody wrote in. He wanted to remain anonymous. I respect that. So just to answer your question, if you want to start, like I said earlier, you can start paranormal investigating anywhere you want. I prefer public restrooms. I prefer libraries. I prefer pretty much anywhere you can do them. At Olive Garden, while people are eating, you can just start, you just start asking questions to the wind. You just start asking questions and see what responds. And if somebody responds like a live person, you just tell them to shut up and that you're a legitimate paranormal investigator. So a lot of my job is telling the people around me to shut up. As a paranormal investigator, you can look at all the paranormal videos out there, how many times they tell each other to shut up. So get good at that. Hello. So we're gonna. Oh, Crystal, I think if you're feeling unwell, you should probably, take a little break here. No hard feelings. You should probably just take a break, and no hard feelings. We would appreciate if you just either, if you can't really accept what's going along, kind of move along, or but don't hold up the show for other people. It's kind of impolite. That's kind of what I'm saying right here. People that just don't understand that this is a paranormal investigation, and they just kind of come in, and so we don't know if you're trolling or if you're being serious, but yeah. So no hard feelings if you can't understand or if you just can't handle the paranormal investigation. So we're going to be moving on to our next question here. Where does the devil come from? And do you have his number? Okay, no. I had diarrhea demon last week. It was black. Okay. If you had black in your stool, what you basically have is an intestinal bleed, but it's probably deep inside of you. And so I basically what can happen is all that blood dies inside of you and it comes out black. So it's not a demon. It's dried up blood that is coming out of your orifice. And so this is what we deal with as paranormal investigators all the time, is this type of diarrhea. And people assume that it's demonic, but it's not. It's really related to what you eat. And so, they call me over. I like I said, I go into the restroom and then boom, I get slapped right in the face with the worst odor you can ever get. And I go, dude, this is not a demon. This is diarrhea. And they'll be like, no, I'm telling you that this smell has been here for days and days and days. So it's really hard. I looked at it and it winked. Okay. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Now if what's coming out of you is winking at you, this can go both ways. Now, are you sure you weren't pregnant without knowing it? okay, because that happened to somebody I knew, okay. I also they made an entire show about it. People who are pregnant, they don't know about it. They go to the restroom and then boom, something comes out and it winks at them. So maybe you had a child, that can happen. Honestly, that's a real show. I can't believe it's a real show, but it happens apparently. People get pregnant. They don't know that they're pregnant, and next thing you know, boom. Honestly, people, how do you not know there's something kicking around inside of you? I don't know how that can go on for 9 months without you not knowing you're okay. When you stare at diarrhea for a long time, the diarrhea stares back at you. That is true. It is that diarrhea is much like the abyss, but if the abyss stares back, you got two choices. You either jump in or you walk away. So it looked like mini Godzilla. Okay, so if it was it more solid or if it was more liquid, it can go either way. I want to say if it's more solid, then you're dealing with a poltergeist. If it's liquid, that's more demonic. But again, it can be very, very seldom that it's I'm telling you guys, this is mainly bacteria related. You guys just need to take care of your gastrointestinal systems. um so people are asking what's happening. So this is a live Q&A of paranormal investigation. If you have any question of what's going on for like paranormal investigations, I'm just reading all of these letters. I have been plugging my PO box or our PO box for months now. A lot of okay, I'll read another question here. This is another concerned mother say my son was up late last night watching your stream. Now he cannot sleep. He is under the impression that whatever demon you were speaking to has come through his screen and is now inhabiting his room. Okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. Okay, I told you about the microwave thing. You can cleanse your house. Putting some aluminum foil in the microwave cleanses your house of all demonic spirits. Okay, so but I'm sorry if your son invited evil into your house. I do apologize. This is a live Q&A paranormal investigation. So we're paranormal investigating the all the letters that have been coming in, and so I'm just reading them off here. And so that's what we're investigating today. Is why are people writing in all these letters? Like this one right here is, hey, hot lips, can you get closer to the camera again? So that's not, you bought a stamp, you put it in the mailbox and you sent it out just to write this type of nonsense to a paranormal investigation team. I think you're the type of person that probably doesn't take your life seriously. You probably live in your grandmother's attic. Will Gilbert be okay? Thank you. Finally, so will Gilbert be okay? So he did beat the charge. He's not in prison right now. He is recovering in the hospital though. It's the same hospital Johnson recovered from his rabies. So they should do a pretty good job with Gilbert. If Johnson, he recovered from South American rabies that he contracted from a capybara. And if they could cure him, I'm pretty sure they're going to be able to, cure Gilbert's 6 broken ribs and, disjointed tuberculi. And so he's going to be okay. The charge was they said he was being drunk and disorderly. Then he said that he threatened one of them. I can see that. Gilbert has this menacing stare. Thank you, Crystal. One like it does equal Gilbert to get well. I feel that what helped out his case was that they beat him so hard. That definitely helped him out. But Gilbert has an attitude problem. I've gotten into a few tough discussions on previous live streams with him. He definitely has an attitude problem. He likes to step to, you get me? He likes to step to you. And so I even said this on the live stream. I sympathized with the arresting officer. 100%. I was pretty much on the cop side for this one. Even though, like I'm saying, they shouldn't have really been there in the first place because we had the permits to investigate the abandoned construction site. But yeah, there's a live Q&A. Just reading all these letters. Oh, okay. Here we go. This is coming from a mother. This is Mrs. Johnson. This is Johnson's mother. Everybody. So Johnson, this is your mom. Okay. So Johnson's mother writes, "Can you please stop yelling at my son and treating him like dirt? He's more talented and more capable than whatever you will ever be. Watch out, buddy boy." um, so Mrs. Johnson, I respect your son. I think he is a very capable young or older gentleman now. You know, he's in his mid 40s. You would think he'd be perfectly capable of operating a sound equipment. But anyways, I think yeah, sure. I'll try to treat Johnson. Did Johnson's mom leave you the I can't read, but yeah, the nun. I can't read it. But yeah, this has happened before. People are asking me to be nicer to Johnson. Listen, tell Johnson to be more competent at his job, and I will be nicer to Johnson. Um, leave the nun. I don't know. Why do you want to know? Who wants to know what? Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna just make a little note here to call Johnson's mother and just probably explain myself a little bit, but um, I'm nice to Johnson. Okay, I treat him with dignity. I've never hit Johnson before. Johnson needs a father. Oh, did leave the number. Oh, okay. Johnson needs a father figure in his life. I do believe Johnson needs a father figure on top of the father he already has, because his father's alive and well. I think he needs two father figures in his life, possibly a third. I've suggested to Johnson to join the military several times, to join the National Guard, which is the toughest military branch there is. And that's what I told Johnson. Just get into the National Guard. If you want to toughen up your kid, shove him into the National Guard. Um, that's my response to Mrs. Johnson. Maybe you should have gotten him into the National Guard. All right, Crystal. I hope you kind of catch on that this is just a live Q&A of paranormal investigation. This is technically satire, or being funny. Anyways, I'm gonna continue on here with another verse from our holy text. Okay, our holy text here. Let's see. This is coming from page. Oh man! All right, this is coming from page 192 of the Bible. Thomas, ka-chow. Mommy, ka-chow. Oh God! Then the noises stopped. No, no, no! And for the first time in his 8 years, Bruce Wayne was alone. Bang, bang. Another child was made alone in the frightening new world. And that is coming from this holy book here. This is a holy text. This book can help. So, what does this mean, right? Sometimes you lose everything. Sometimes you lose everything and you're alone in this world, but that doesn't mean it's over. Okay, that means you can continue on and you can keep up the fight because you're Batman. Okay, and so this is straight from the Bible, page 192. And this book helps a lot if you're feeling down, or if you're having a tough time. So yeah, holy. This is the holy text. Um, but this happens. Okay. So we're investigating the messages. We're investigating my PO box. My PO box has been swamped by people asking me, all of these paranormal investigation questions. At last paranormal activity live, I almost threw my phone. Oh yeah, at his last paranormal activity, yeah, I think Crystal, because I thought it was real. Well, I believe Crystal was under the impression that we might get arrested, and that's why I had to cut it a little early. I didn't want to upset people. So was Bruce Wayne one of the apostle Bruce Wayne is the main apostle. He is the way, the light, the truth. Bruce Wayne is the incarnation of what is and what will be. He is I am and what will be, the Alpha and the Omega. There is no name beyond him, and to what we can understand. I can get really stupid, people. I can get like major stupid. I swear to God. But yeah, so we're gonna keep going through my PO box. Another question from my PO box here is, this is coming from um, Levy 46495. They're asking, hey, can you investigate my local library? I'm sure it's really haunted. So I like I said, we you can hire us to do it, but we're not gonna just do it off of a favor. That's not gonna happen, okay? But we're not gonna do favors for you. We're not here to just paranormal investigate your local hangout to clear it of ghosts. Do it your damn self, or you hire us to do it. But you don't ask me, little Levy, age 12, asking me to clear out your local library. Who do you think you are? Some 12-year-old asking me to clear out your library? You clear it out yourself, kid, or ask your parents to do it, okay? But unless you got some real cash to hire a paranormal investigation team to clear out your local library, don't be writing into my PO box to see if I'm going to clear it out of ghosts. We're not here to do favors. So how can I get hunted? Okay. So how can I hunt down a thick gothic girl? I need this. Okay. The best way to hunt down a gothic girl, you want to get two types of meat, and then you want to get what they call deer urine, and you're gonna get two types of meat, deer urine, and you're gonna wrap it in some bay leaves, some full bay leaves, not the powdered shit. So full bay leaves, it could be pork or beef or chicken, but it needs to be two types. Put some deer urine on it. You put it out into the forest. This will attract a thick gothic. And they're easily attracted to it. You want to have, I prefer nets, using some type of net. That way it preserves, whatever you catch. But that's the best way to pretty much to catch a hot thick one is meat wrapped in bay leaves, deer urine, and then you just set it on. You wait for that hot thickness to come up on you. And so bros roasting them, yeah. So we moving on to another question that's been plugging. This is a lot of people have been asking this question. All right, bro. Once and for all, what's with the sound? How come we can't hear the other two paranormal investigators? Okay, so I've said this several times. So I am the only one that is mic'd. We've tried to paranormal investigate with the other two bozos microphoned in the past, and they keep breathing into the microphone. They keep eating into the microphone. They keep whispering to each other like a bunch of dumbasses. So I'm the only one that's going to be mic'd. You're only going to hear me, okay? But they're here. Gilbert is real. Johnson is real. They're here. They're helping. Well, I don't know if they're helping, but speak to the demon. I can see if the demon is around. But how long will it take you to grow that hair? The fro? How long? Anyway, so I can ask the demon for its name. I have to kind of get into the zone. Hello, demon. Are you there? You can kind of hear it. I think. Are you there? Can you speak into the mic? The mic is right here. Can you speak into this mic?
Sure, what's up? What's going on, everybody?
Yeah, okay, so I guess it's around. Okay, so once and for all, can you tell us your name? Can you tell us your name, demon? What is it?
Denise!
So again, I hear Frederico. Are we talking to the demon known as Frederico? Can you just speak into this mic?
Denise!
Yeah, so I think somebody here heard it. Yeah, if you guys heard it, write down the name that you think you guys heard, because I am just not sure. I am not sure what this demon is, but it's weird. I think yeah, I think that it's bad. I mean, you guys think it's me, but look, I'm gonna drink while it talks. So, tell us where you're from, demon. Where are you from?
Wisconsin.
Here you go. You got a demon from Michigan, everybody. This demon is from Michigan, and yep, straight from the underworld. It does have a pretty foul voice. It scares the shit out of me. And that's why we had somebody writing into my PO box to stop talking to this demon. But I'm telling you, I hear the name Frederico, but I had Denise Jenkins over here telling me to stop speaking to this demon because it freaks her out. But I don't know what she's talking about. So if you heard the name, please write it down. I don't know who I'm talking to. We're trying to figure out who this demon is exactly. I don't think they're from wherever they say they are from. They might be lying. But so we have another question here from somebody else that wrote into our PO box saying, "Hey, can you please subscribe to my channel and buy my merchandise?" No, I'm not. I'm not going to do any of that. This is a legitimate paranormal investigation team. We're not here to sub for sub or anything. Next question. I'm just going to move on. Next question coming from Lenny Forward 10 from Boston, Massachusetts. He's writing, "Hey, I've seen several ghosts in my life. They enter in and out of my room. They watch me sleep. The other night, one was tugging on my foot and was trying to pull me off of the bed. What should I do?" Okay, so what I would do is I would get some guardrails around my bed so you have something to hold on to when they start pulling on you. Or maybe you want to brace yourself or strap yourself down to the bed before you go to sleep. That way, if something starts pulling on you, it doesn't pull you completely off the bed. But, that's one thing I've had to do, get some guardrails. The other one is I did hire a security guard. That helped out a lot. Having somebody awake in your room the whole time as you sleep tends to keep most spirits away. So I hired a bodyguard. He was armed. He would just, sit in the corner of my room, watch me sleep, drinking his coffee from his thermos, and he kept a lot of bad spirits away from me. And it cost about $57 an hour. He was a big buff dude. He took care of Taylor Swift. He took care of a lot of different celebrities, but he was watching me sleep, and he pretty much handled that problem for me. I didn't have any kind of demons trying to drag me off of my bed once I got an armed guard inside of my bedroom. So just something to consider. Look into your local bodyguard agencies. Maybe you can get somebody on cheap. If they just have a taser, maybe it's cheaper. But if you're looking for somebody with like a 45 or maybe an assault rifle, that's going to run you up a little bit more. But yeah, if you're having that issue, that's what I would recommend. Yes, it does sound bad, Crystal. It is pretty bad. The ghost of Sigmund Freud keeps trying to psychoanalyze me. What do you do? Very legitimate issue to be having. I had a young gentleman that was being hunted down by Carl Jung, and so if Sigmund Freud is trying to psychoanalyze you, I recommend reading into a lot of his competitors. There are a lot of psychoanalysts that went against what Sigmund Freud had to say. So read their holy text. Get familiar with the other side of psychoanalytics. I would recommend Carl Jung for that matter. But if Sigmund Freud is watching you sleep at night and he's like grabbing your nose and he's like playing with your hair and stuff like that, then yeah, I would recommend reading into his competitors around that time, because there were a lot of people that disagreed with Sigmund Freud. That whole thing about wanting to bang your mom, that's a him thing. That's clearly a him thing. Like, that's on you, bro. That's you read way too many Greek tragedies, and now you think everybody's walking around wanting to bang their mom. That's on you. So I feel for you if Sigmund Freud is riding you hard, but just remember, that's not the only psychoanalytic out there. There are other better methods to analyze your mind. The mouth lick demon. Yes, the mouth lick demon is very real. It's a demon that licks your mouth. It crawls up on you, usually from the northern side of your house. So it'll come in like probably from this side, and it'll just kind of lick your lips. It's very, very terrifying. I've had several instances with the mouth lick demon. Wait, oh, that's a real thing. I took a nap on my bed one time and I had a dream I was kissing a hot chick, and no, it was my dog. I woke up and my dog was just freaking had her tongue right on my mouth. That's a true story. Out of all the bullshit I've said, that's definitely a true story. I stupid. What was that? Smooches? No, that was her name, Sweet D. Named that anyway. Okay, back to the character. Sorry, we're this is apple cider, by the way. I am not allowed to drink alcohol in the state that I live in. And it's not because of the law, it's just that I'm not permitted to. So we're moving on to the next paranormal question here. So I got another question. This is another concerned citizen saying, "Hey, you really did a number on my neighbor's house. Their house has never been the same. Our neighbors always coming out of their home, sleepwalking, screaming. They seem to have a lot of post-traumatic disorders from whatever you did inside of their home. Can you please go into depth as to what happened that night?" Okay, I think I know what happened. This is so sometimes I feel like I hear voices in my head. Okay, Crystal, that's kind of just a thing. That's good. It's called your intuition. A demon possessed animal. Yep, that happens. I'm craving industrial tamales. I'm craving industrial tamales as well. Um, I will probably be making Mexican tamales next though, just because they're easier. No offense to Mexicans. I'm just saying that the process to make Mexican tamales is generally simpler than to make Salvadorian tamales. This is a live paranormal investigation. If you have a question for the paranormal, please ask it. But just saying that Salvadorian tamales take all fucking day versus Mexican tamales. Mexican tamales you can just dish out probably in like 2 or 3 or 4 hours. But yeah, well, we're gonna be if I'm gonna do industrial tamales again, it will be more of the Mexican style because I'm not gonna deal with all that shit again. Stupid Salvador. Sorry. Anyways, so what happened at this neighbor's house? This is what this concerned citizen was writing about. I guess their neighbor has a lot of issues after we had left. Okay, so there was a lot of fighting. There was a lot of yelling that night. We were called over to their home because they've been having issues with their plumbing. They've been hearing noises. Their toilets get backed up. They start overflowing. Their sinks would overflow. Water would just come gushing out. So they asked us to come over and investigate. Now, while we were over there, one of our associates took a shower in their restroom. And so I guess something happened to their sink, or he did something also with the soap. Basically, he made a complete mess in there during our paranormal investigation. They showed up home early. They were wondering why was their restroom completely obliterated. They were like, you're a sycophant. You have things with restrooms. We know what you do now. We're trying to explain to them that we were just trying to paranormal investigate, and our associate, for whatever reason, I mean, we're thinking something possessed him to take a shower that night. And so anyways, but they saw whatever it is that they saw in there. I guess it was really unsettling, and I try to clear it up with them, but again, this goes back to what Gilbert did. So Gilbert grabbed a can of hairspray and a lighter, and he started kind of just trying to, blowing it at the family and telling them to get back. He was saying that he felt threatened, and that's why he was using a hairspray and a lighter to cause this giant flame ball to push the family. And again, this family had hired us to do a paranormal investigation in their home, and next thing you know, they're being chased around their house with fire, and there's a guy in their shower, and he's using up all of their soap. So they were very distressed. Luckily, the police didn't get involved. I was able to settle it. We just left. Nobody got hurt too much. Gilbert didn't burn anybody too bad. But, that's, I guess, these neighbors are still having nightmares about it. I looking back on that, them walking in on Johnson being naked in their shower and Gilbert chasing them around with fire. it's not an easy thing to live with, but we do apologize to that family. If they want us to go back and do another investigation in their home, we'd be more than willing to. But and that was on top of the priest that had a medical issue later on. So, it was tough to deal with that night, and we just another apology to that family. So the gluten demon has entered the chat. Yep, that's true. There's also the sit in the corner, a watch your demon with a smile and a menacingly blankest. I'm gonna have to remove that comment, Kermit. I'm so sorry. If you could do it for me, I don't allow that particular word, but I love you. Um, you're good though. I get where you were trying to go, but I don't use that word. I don't like it. Uh, but yeah, that's definitely a thing. We're gonna cleanse ourselves real quick. Um, we're gonna go on to page. We're gonna read from the Bible right now. This is a holy text just to cleanse ourselves from all this demon spirits around us. This is from page 79 of the Bible. Page 79. We didn't have to watch from a distance in our first adventure with Superman. We went after those kryptonite using crooks together. So that is from the Bible, page 79. Um, yeah, I prefer that you don't say the cornist or anything like that. Um, it's just not. I prefer not to. Uh, but if you can find an innuendo that works for you, that's also okay. But yeah, um, when I remove a message or timed out permission, no, it's Kerman was trying to be funny, and you're good, Kerman. You're totally good. I just don't want somebody to come in and then they see that shit and then it can always come back on you like twice as bad for it's just the world that we unfortunately live in. People don't get jokes anymore. So it's more of looking out for Kermit as much as it is for myself. Do I live near the fields? I do live near the fields. Um, I uh, I like to start little fires in the fields. That's definitely a favorite pastime of mine. Just start a little fire in a farmer's field and you watch them put it out. They scramble to put it out. It can be very exhilarating. So if you're bored or anything like that, just set a farmer's field on fire, and it can clear out the mind and just clear out the headspace and all of that. So I do that sometimes, and the farmer next door hasn't caught wise at all. He doesn't know what's going on. So just food for thought. If you're having issues sleeping or anything like that, that helps me go to bed. So I'm gonna just go on to the next. Somebody else who wrote into the PO box or sent a letter to the paranormal team. They said, "Hey, bro, sending you lots of love. We wish that Gilbert makes a speedy recovery. But if you can please let us know what exactly is his role in the paranormal team." Okay, so what does Gilbert actually do for the paranormal team? He's not a fall guy. He's not somebody we just pin stuff on, and But so Gilbert's job is very important. Okay, he's in charge of like handling the wires and making sure that let's say we go to like an abandoned warehouse, right, or an abandoned hospital, and it looks a little bit sketchy, right? It looks like it might collapse. We send Gilbert in. Okay, so I heard there's a man who runs out there without clothes with a bucket of Vaseline strapped to his waist. He likes to visit local drunks who fall asleep their cars out there. Okay, yeah, that is true. We've been trying to catch that guy for a while, but he's very slippery, very very slippery. So every time that they tackle him, he just slips right out. But I think the Vaseline corporations are behind it to try to advertise how good their Vaseline is. And so just watch out. I don't know, don't support brand name Vaseline. because they could be fabricating all of this to sell more Vaseline. Because I know when I saw this guy as slippery as he was, I wish I could be that slippery and eely. You get me? And I could just kind of slide through people and stuff. You get me? Like if I could go through a mall lathered in Vaseline and I don't really bump into anyone. I just kind of slide through them. That'd be pretty sweet. So yeah, watch out for that. Watch out for the Vaseline industry. They're real. It's a very real problem that we have to deal with. But yeah, so that's my answer though for Gilbert. What he does here, he checks out rooms for us. Like one time, we were dealing with a room that could have asbestos in it. Most likely had asbestos. So we sent Gilbert in and checked if he started coughing, and he did start coughing. So we didn't go in that room, and sure enough, it had asbestos in it. And if it wouldn't have been for Gilbert going in and checking in the room first, Johnson and I probably would have contracted asbestonitis. So it's again, shout out to Gilbert for everything that he does for us. What a slippery slope I've ever seen one. Yeah, it's some kind of vast squatch. Yeah, it could be vast squatches. Vast squatches used to be all the rage back in the 80s. Back in the 80s, there were a lot of sightings of fully Bigfoot, Sasquatches, whatever you want to see them, doused, drenched, covered in Vaseline. And these hairy men or hairy ape figures would come up on you and they would rub up on you. This was in the 80s. Google it. It's true. They would come up on you and they would just rub their like juice and their like oil Vaseline stuff on you. And a lot of people got Bigfoot Vaseline on them back in the 80s, and it was traumatizing. It was pretty bad. Can I get it? Sorry. Okay. So I think there's something behind you, possibly a demonic name. Okay, so let's check it out to see if there is something demonic behind me. We're just gonna do a quick paranormal sesh here to see if there's something behind me or not. Hello? Are you there? Can you hear me now? Hello? 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 Can you hear me? What do you want? Why are you here? What is 11 times 46? Where do you come from? Why is tomorrow? Where do you get off? Okay. I guess there's nothing. I don't know. Okay. I swear I saw a clown face behind you right now. No, I think that's him. Oh wow, I heard it. So yeah, maybe it could be a clown. We're we're doing a live. So what's going on right now? We're doing a live Q&A, paranormal investigation. We're just trying to answer everyone's questions that are going on about the paranormal. So if you have any questions about what's going on, feel free to ask. Sorry, I need water. Okay. Alright, I want to turn on the house lights. I'm tired. Whew. Okay. Listen, people, look at finally. I finally used a green screen for like the the most unintended purpose. We're gonna learn how to use a green screen, but it's just not tonight. Um, okay. I heard a growl. Yeah, you know what, fools? When you start saying shit like that, I'm gonna actually turn on the lights. So, I ain't gonna play with that one. Okay, maybe a dog. No. Um, I how did I put it? Sometimes I've done this in the past, like when I do the others, and I end up scaring myself because you get in the mindset of like talking to something that isn't there, and you do end up freaking yourself out. I've lost weight. Sorry, but I know you heard it. No, there is nothing there. You heard nothing. Okay, McDoyle, you heard nothing. Um, there is no sound. All right, it's sorry to say. Something's grabbing your feet tonight. Oh, thank you. Well, if something grabs my feet tonight, that would be very nice of them. I would appreciate the company. Um, but rewind the live after. No, I know what you heard, and I'm not gonna say what it was. I'll do its own video one day of what you heard. I'll do its own thing, and they'll be like, oh, okay, I know what this fool's doing. But no. Yeah, yeah, sometimes I'll like come out of here. I'll be like walking down when I turn off all the lights. You're like, fuck, I really hope there's nothing there, right? I was like, and I've said this before, like I'm glad I don't have to actually deal with it. Um, but when I was Jehovah's Witness and I was like fully religious, it felt like you were always on the verge of seeing something around the corner or some shit like that. It sounded like a barking spider. Oh, that's terrifying. I've been wanting to do that actually. I like to convince people about flying spiders. It's like a thing of me. I like to I like to tell them like that's a real concern you need to be looking out for is a flying spider. Because they just like imported them, and so they're tiny little things, and they go around and they look just like spiders. They're related to wasps. So they're not actual spiders, but yeah, they got eight. They look like they have eight legs, but they'll swarm at you, and it looks like they have eight eyes, and they call them flying spiders, and they're real, and it's so terrifying that and then now they keep spreading across the globe. They used to be only in like one part of Africa, but now they've spread elsewhere. Uh, were you haunted by Smurfs? I'm scared of the dark, so I have a small. Oh, I love night lights. That's why I built my PC. I love my PC so much because it acts as my night light. Anyway, so okay, haunted by Smurfs. I was not okay. Are you Christus? Are you referring? Did you hear me rant about that on a previous live stream, or do you know that that's just a thing in the Jehovah's Witness? Because yeah, that shit is dude, so I wasn't particularly haunted, but I heard the stories of it. I heard the stories of like, oh, don't freaking get don't don't buy any Smurfs, don't buy any kind of magic related figurines because they fuck with you. They mess with you. They come alive and they dissuade you and distract you from the things of Jehovah. Um, so oh, you heard me. Okay, yeah. So yeah, that was a thing. That was a real thing. So they also said that about Yu-Gi-Oh and they said that about Pokemon. Do not get Pokemon because that will invite the devil. And that's what I'm saying. Is like so you buy like this little paper card, and now the devil like oozes out of it or something and comes into your house. Um, so I have three, but I use one. Oh, nice. I want to get another nightlight actually, but yeah, it happens. Okay, 1 second, people. I'm gonna take a little break. So okay. Well, I have a collection of Pokemon as a kid. Something keeps coming out of my kitchen sink and waking me up at night after 3 a.m. Is that for real? I don't know. Once I break character, I'm done joking about it. So if you have a real ghost story, we can talk about real ghost stories. Um, but is that for real? For real? Like, how do you know it's coming out of your sink? But like I said, once I got my after I got my cat, I like started realizing a lot of ghost stories might be loose cats in people's homes. Um, I have lost. Is this the filter going on? I used to be really fat, like really, really fat. I think, like, I'm just noticing it right now. I don't have a filter on. I don't have a beauty filter on. I'm like, what the heck? But anyways, I'm gonna just say this weight loss is intentional. Like, yeah. But oh, thank you so much, Christus. But no, I was like, I'll post a video of how I looked. I think last or just 2 years ago. But I was like pretty puffed up. Um, it's either water or mirrors where they can come out and manifest from. You are a beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. An Animal Crossing New Horizons sign, a salt lamp, and lamp where it was has fact jellyfish. It has tracks water and like three probs of soap. Okay. Or darkness of a closet. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I remember that's like a thing, right? That spirits come out of mirrors and bodies of water. That was always it's like a reoccurring motif though. So the same way like it can reflect your soul, it can bring something out. So there's a lot of I guess how do I put it like faiths out there that don't they they uh they avoid mirrors or not avoid mirrors, but you treat mirrors with a certain level of respect just because of that. I know Native Americans they don't like or certain Native Americans don't like their pictures being taken. They don't like something capturing their image because that could be capturing your essence. Um, what is the last one has and needs into work? Oh, okay. Sorry. That is what the last one has and needs in order to work. An Animal Crossing New Horizons sign, a salt rock lamp, and a lamp where it has a. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I got you. Um, huh. Oh, I'm gonna get a lamp like that. That would look cool. Um, yeah, but I mean, I remember that when I was a kid, and I did believe in this stuff a lot more. I would think that there was something that was gonna crawl out of the closet or something that was crawling. I mean, when we would go house to house or like waking people up in the morning, as I call it, um, you hear stories about the motherfucker that opens the door being possessed, and their demons latching on to the poor Jehovah's Witness motherfucker that showed up, and so yeah, that was always scary. You know, and looking back now, it was kind of dangerous to like be walking out with your kid, going up to complete strangers' homes and like I mean you always do it in pairs, right? So it would be like my if it was my dad it would be with another brother, and if I was with my mom she would be with another sister. But it's just you're going to strangers homes with your kids, it's that's kind of dangerous. You know, and so but looking back now I see the physical danger of it, but as a kid I was more scared of that paranormal spiritual side of it. Scariest place on earth as a kid was Las Vegas or Disneyland during Christmas, particularly during Christmas time, because they used to convince us that Santa Claus, Christmas, all of that was like just 100% the devil. Like no way around it. That's Satan trying to influence you. So I remember I was terrified of Santa Claus for like the longest, like for at least for like the first 3 years of my life. And I was terrified of him not because he was real, but because I knew he wasn't real, and I knew it was the devil. So it was like now I'll say it now. I believe in Santa Claus as an adult now, out of spite. But but yeah, I'll you know watch this channel come Christmas time or come December how Christmassy as it's gonna get. It's gonna get annoyingly Christmassy. But I love Christmas now as a literally as a spite towards being told that Santa Claus was the devil. And looking back now, like, Santa Claus is the only god or deity you would want to be real. The deal with Santa Claus is you're good all year round, and then you get what you fucking wanted or you asked for. That's the best deal there is. No other god gives that to you. So yeah, looking back on it, I think Christmas should be all about Santa Claus. Take the Christ out of Christmas, because Santa Claus will come through. So, anyways, I like hamsters. They say when dogs start, you don't have to retract that message, Crystal. Whatever. They say when dogs start howling, they saw evil demons passing by. That sounds like some of that like Mexican Latino lore kind of stuff. My mom, oh my gosh, she'll get on that. She'll be like, the dog, why is it looking at the ceiling? The dog is looking at the ceiling. Why is it looking at the ceiling? I'm like, all right, dude, like, come on. And I have my one of the dogs I had is she around like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, she would stare at the wall. She would just like, boom, point at one spot in the wall. And the reason why was the reflection of the sun would hit the blinds and cause like, you know how like a laser pointer will attract the cat. So the reflection would point like pinpoint a spot on the wall or the ceiling, and my dog would just stare at it from 3 o'clock in the afternoon till 5 o'clock until the sun finally gave up its angle. So that is what my dog did when my parents store in the video game area. But it, there is sometimes though there are some nights where you feel a little bit creepy and you need to go into a dark area in your house. So I call Lola. I don't call the doctor because the doctor is well, the doctor's my girl. So I don't call the doctor. I call Lola. My dog's name is the doctor. Um, anyway, but I'll call Lola so that she checks out the room before because sometimes I do. Like I said, I freak myself out. I start thinking too much, and you're just like, oh, God damn it. I'm gonna just let the dog into the dark room first. It's on me. The dog looks at the ceiling because it's silly. Yeah, all right. All right, 2 seconds. Hold up. 2 seconds. Um, he would bark in that area. Oh, I got you. That was my dog's name when my parents had store in the video game area. Oh, that's. Oh, okay, I got you. So everything I was doing earlier, like 15 minutes ago, the whole live paranormal Q&A, I was thinking of going to an open mic and just doing it on stage because they're gonna be as clueless as everybody that's swiping in anyways. So this bit is really for like the few of you that kind of are in on it. And so it we had like 5 investigations at the store. Oh, that's weird. Are you being for real? Like, what do you mean, Crystal? So so your dog would, that is what my dog did when my parents had a store in the video game area. We had like 5 investigations at this. So you got somebody to investigate your parents' store? And what kind of video games did they have, by the way? Because to me, I'm sorry, but that's man. When was the last time you went to a nice video game store and it wasn't GameStop, right? I went to a mom and pop video game store. The guy looked down on me because I wasn't a Nintendo collector. I'm like, what the heck, bro? If you want to sell a Super Nintendo game for $80, I think you're pissed off that nobody wants to buy it. Like nobody wants to buy the knockoff version of Kirby for $79.95. Um, if you do, if you do that bit, I want to see. Yeah, exactly. So I was gonna go live, or I was gonna record it. I think just looking back on one time I tried to test out a live stream while I was at an open mic, and the Wi-Fi, the connection can be such hit or miss that I will most likely have to record it and then post it. But I wanted to do that whole thing. Oh, and by the way, like these are the letters that were coming in. And I've done that bit before where I go up on stage, I start reading shit off of something, but if there's nothing there. Um, And so it's like the ultimate version of improv. But yeah, why don't I just do a live Q&A and then just start making up questions and stuff. But I want like I can do that for this is practice. Like if I could hold that for an hour, it's really about holding the voice and not breaking. If I can do that for an hour, I can totally do 10 minutes. So I'm gonna see if probably next week because there's this one open mic that allows for 10 minutes. Everybody else is like 3 minutes or 5 minutes, and it gets it's just you can't really build anything. So this was a kind of a test run. So you might hear some of the jokes again, and I hate repeating jokes, but because it's in front of a different audience, I'm okay with it. But yeah, it so vintage, but we closed, and I don't know. Ah, I'm sorry, Crystal. So hello, Duck. How are you? Welcome aboard. This is the we're kind of reviewing what was going on. So if you look at earlier in this stream, it looks completely different. I'm acting different. I sound different. That's just what I do here on this channel. It's paranormal investigations, and then I break character. Okay, so hi, Duck. You are really late. Yeah, I guess we're really late. I was gonna do the drawing one or the tell me what to draw. I just need to set up differently. But I wanted to practice this one out. I just didn't think it'd go for an hour. I didn't think I could milk an hour of material. Um, but have you ever had a dream it feels as real that you never forgot about? So what do you mean? Like you feel some? Because the corner of my screen is like broken and I can't read. So real that you never forgot about. Yeah, it's like I'll have like those like weird kind of premonition-y kind of dreams, but it I don't know. I feel a lot of that is you or you're like almost your unconscious just doing risk assessment and trying to figure out what's the most probable thing of happening tomorrow. So I the way I view dreams is just kind of its own matrix. Your brain build or constructs what it feels what you might be going through, a tiger chasing you hunting a mammoth, going to work tomorrow, and it's going to construct certain variables, and it could and shit that you saw on TV, shit that you read about, music you heard, all of that is going to play as actors, or it might be the main actor, it might be the so a dream really comes down to like what you perceive it to be. I think the fault that a lot of people get into is believing that you can pull some kind of premonition from it, and to think that it is telling you the future. I mean, you can end up really depressed if you have a dream where you think a loved one's gonna die or something bad's gonna happen, and you believe it to be a future event. Like, yeah, that's gonna depress the shit out of you. But if you start to perceive your dreams as like, okay, it's almost like your personal myth. It's your own personal story that you need to learn from. All right, this is a movie that your brain produced so you can maybe fight the tiger better tomorrow and you can run faster, do whatever bullshit, right? But instead you had a dream about your ex or you had a dream about this, and so it's just you trying to prepare yourself for a better tomorrow. And that's like to me like are nightmares really nightmares? Because if you learn from your nightmares, is it a nightmare, right? And I mean, yeah, the sleep paralysis ones, I used to have them all the time. But after a while, the more I got to know myself, when I have the sleep paralysis ones, those are my favorite dreams because the moment I wake up in my bed and I can't move, I'll be like, "Oh shit, that's right, I can fly." And you just start thinking, "I can fly, I can fly, I can fly," and then I go back to sleep in the dream and I fly, and so it'd be cool, or the dream changes entirely, and so to me, the sleep paralysis dreams are some of the best, some of the funnest. Feel so real that you never forgot about it. Yeah. So, yeah, those will stick for you for dreams. I want to say that I mean, there's some dreams that I had that did change me as a person. I mean, my whole art channel. I mean, the whole reason I started painting was technically because of some of the dreams I was having at some point in my life. Um, and the more I started painting, the more I started to learn from my dreams. Sorry, so life is confusing. Yes, it is, Crystal. I had an Anubis with hair covering its face. I couldn't see its eyes. It came out of my bathtub and spoke to me. I saw him and said, "Oh, hi, friend." And he told me I'm hungry. Ooh. Ooh, that's very nice. Huh. My dreams are bad. Sometimes the dreams are falling off a cliff or drowning. Ooch. So, Anubis with hair covering its face. Huh. That might be you, bro. Like, just straight up you, like inner you. And you're hungry. And that could be like you were actually hungry, like you went to sleep hungry that night. Or so it had a giant triangular face with hair covering it and no eyes. The same day I got food poisoning and got sick for a week. Damn. Yeah, that's weird, huh? It's your own unconscious just trying to like represent what the heck is going on in its face, right? Sorry, I'm gonna draw what you saw. So, so is that Anubis with hair covering its face? Um, um, I had a dream of goth chicks. Very nice. Hang on, I'll be right back. My nose is bleeding. Oh, I'm sorry, Duck. God dang it. You see, I'm telling you, these paranormal investigations cause real paranormal events. Um, is your hair inspired by Vlad Pipe Valderrama? I don't know who that is. Inspired by Pibe Valderrama. Valderrama. I've said that my hair looks like spiders having a meeting. Um, so less ears, more pointy nose. Oh, I feel you. I think I made him look like a furry. I was going for gothic furry. But I've had a dream with Anubis as well. But he was just standing like at the foot of my bed and just staring at like in one direction. I didn't think of it as a scary dream though. I saw it more as like it was watching over us kind of thing. It was like a protection kind of. Because I wasn't scared of, even though like when you think of that thing like a black head dog thing, that's a pretty scary dream. But I didn't see it as a scary dream. I saw it as a protection kind of thing. I like a Snoopy more lore triangle. I got you. Okay, I'm back. How is your nose? Why is your nose bleeding, Duck? Do you think it's paranormal related? Um, anyways, oh, did it look like this? Oh, so oh, your T-shirt is the painting you made. Oh yeah, that's the. So this is my dog. She passed away. She was 4 years old, and I remember telling her, "I'm like, this ain't it. I will see you again." So I've like low key dedicated my whole channel to her. So you see how the baby blue on the painting, and this is that I retouched it just because I wanted to make it more for my thumbnail. But the baby blue in the painting, that's why my car is baby blue, because it's a reference to this. And so it. Oh, thank you so much. And yeah, it was kind of sudden. She got diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. It was in her bones, and I just made sure she had one hell of a good week, her last week, and I remember her very heavily. Every time I turn on my Mustang, I remember her. And so yeah, exactly. And the weird thing though, and if you look at my dog, my current dog now, so this is Nagini Hakuna Matata. My dog right now is Dr. Hakuna Matata, and they look very, very similar. Actually, you know what? Talking about dreams. So last year, I was having dreams of, I was like waking up, like if I had to go pick up Nagini, which is this dog. Like I had to go pick her up from the vet, and I was having these vivid dreams of like Nagini being around, and I just needed to go get her. And that's where I ended up finding the doctor, and she was a surprise litter. Her her dad is a police dog or whatever. So yeah, that's if you look at the way the doctor is shaped, she has like a sloped back, and that's because her dad's a police officer or whatever. So she was a surprise puppy, and she was also the runt of the, and so that's why I wanted her too. And so I took the doctor, and it's they look pretty similar. They have a lot of similar mannerisms about them, and so I've always said this about like about when people ask me like what do I believe in or what I'm like, look, to me, our deity is hidden in plain sight. You know, what is dog spelled backwards? It's like mankind figured it out a long time ago. The thing that helps you hunt, the thing that protects your house, the thing that is around you on your worst, darkest days, that might be God. That might be it right there. And you treat it like an animal. No. So my doctor and Lola, they're inside dogs. They live inside. They have multiple sleeping areas. They're allowed on the couch. They're allowed on my bed. But yeah. So let me see here. So, like that dog, but with blackish braid, like hair hanging. I got you. Memories last forever. Ooh, memories last forever. Gotcha. Does doctor have medical knowledge? Um, yeah, she does have a lot of medical knowledge. But she's not a doctor. She is the doctor. The definitive article. Uh, so yeah, yeah, that's her reference. That's why I don't call her a doctor. I call her the doctor. So she is the doctor. And she's quite stoic looking now too. But yeah, she looks just like her dad. She's all but that was just what's so weird about it is but I think it's just kind of a style like of German Shepherd, I guess. It's that very light skinned coat with a dark back, right? And again, just going back, that's why my Mustang looks the way it does. So it's light colored with a black top. And so it was just to remember my dog. It's pretty I had a few choices of how do you remember your dog, right? So I made a painting, dedicated an entire YouTube channel after it, name my car after, and then I put it on a shirt. So it is available. It's on my Etsy. It's on. You can find it on my description if you're interested. No rush though. I'm gonna make better ones, better looking ones. I just wanted to have like an OG original, like this is what the thumbnail looks like, and this is what's on the shirt. But I'll make like different versions of it. I'll do it. Also, the thing, like when it comes to like tell me what to draw, like those videos, if you guys ever tell me a suggestion and it's not copyrighted or anything like that, I have no problem trying to put it on a shirt, and then I'll try to keep the prices as low as I possibly can. But moving forward, yeah, I could probably do like giveaways and shit like that, but that's a different discussion later on. So my nose bleeds when I'm close to my room for some reason. Damn. Um, that is weird. Or it might be the dryness, like the humidity in your room. Anyway, so never forgotten. Ooh, memories last forever. Like to say that when I have something sad. I feel you. What song is that though? I do not know that song. But yeah, I've been wanting to do a video about my dog, but I just don't know how to. Because as a comedian, like the only way I know how to talk about shit is if I go up on stage and I just rant about it. So it's hard to me to do one of those talking head videos because I just like this is boring. But yeah, I'm gonna do a legit video on it. I have a few things I need to do. But yeah, I'm a. Oh, you made it up? Oh, nice. Can you draw me an assy MacGee? Sure. Who is Assy MacGee? I don't. Sorry. Who? Because that name, an Assy MacGee on a T-shirt. Who is Assy MacGee? Cause I don't know. He's a private investigator. Oh, nice. Okay. Good for you, Herman. Okay. Is that like a joke or something? Give me 1 second. I think the stream might pause for a second. Give me 1 second. Hold up. Okay, so no, I think that's copyrighted, or it looks. I'll look into it, but yeah, like I said, I would have to be something like original. Um, a similar song in his House of Memories. Nice. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's. I put it's a fine line that you gotta walk with, because if you really just do somebody else's art on a t-shirt, it's like, and me, I like doing original stuff, anyways. But there's been some things you guys have suggested that is just kind of it's kind of relaxing to look at. I would like to do that, like make some like positive shirts, like positivity shirts, as stupid as that sounds. But I made a song called Never Forgotten and a similar song to its House in Memories. Oh, pretty cool. Um, you should do you have music to it, or is it just lyrics? Uh, all right, what was I practicing earlier? I was practicing some BS earlier. I was practicing my like. Oh yeah, like you know how some people just like just random fruits and stuff, right? I was just practicing that because what I might do too is I can just scan it in, and we can because I know how to use watercolor. So that was one stream I might want to do is do watercolor streaming, but I don't know if I can take suggestions with watercolor. But I think it would be a lot kind of online with a relaxing stream you people can fall asleep to. Um, so let me see. So IDK. I just made it up a long ago. Nice. The things I draw is mostly like animatronics and robots and inside of the anim. Oh, that's pretty cool. Um, yeah. Do you have? Let me see. Do you writing names? Do writing names stress? Wait, what? He's like, oh, do a writing name stress. Did you look up Assy McGee? Yes, I did. The episode of President John Adams. Yeah, so I looked up Assy McGee. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna see if it's copyright or anything like that, because I don't think I can touch it if it belongs to somebody. I mean, I can. So with you, what you would want, what we could do. I mean, if I draw it live and then yeah, but that would be on you to put on a shirt. Because if I put it on a shirt and it's like for sale or anything like that, like, um, but yeah, if I would to, that would be more like a giveaway kind of thing, and that would depend on me having a nice big old income. So I can't really dish that one out for free, quite say, but yeah, for sure. The cops love him. For sure, for sure. All right. I will probably be closing this out now. I will see if I do the drawing stream or tell me what to draw. But yeah, I want to wear it around the police. Oh, I see. Okay, I see what you. I don't know, man. Don't people? Wait, Kermit, you have a channel, right? Do you have like a? Is it about your car or something? I think I've been on it a few times. But I'll check it out. Do you want to do it's what is that called? A First Amendment auditor? You just walk around trying to piss off the. Those guys are, I think, some of the most annoying that you could do. I was just in Hollywood. Oh, nice. Um, okay. Um, those are the dudes filming on the streets. I think so. I don't know. What do you mean? Waiting for someone to be mad. Oh yeah, yeah. The First Amendment auditors. Yeah, but some of them really do cross the line because they'll go into like a public, um, kind of like a not a restaurant, but they're going to like a public building, right? And they'll start filming the person at the counter, and they start making the person feel really uncomfortable. So the person calls the police, and the police will come around and they'll be like, "Hey, you can't be filming people," and be like, "Why? Where's the law? Where is it? Where does it say that I can't film people?" And then the police will be like, "Nah, because you're just kind of being a jerk." And the guys like, "No, it's First Amendment, First Amendment," and then they start putting the phone in their face, and they'll be like, "Where's your ID?" "Oh, I don't have to give you my ID." And then usually the video will stop being like, "Now in Kansas City, you are required to give your ID." Those videos are 100% made to raise your blood pressure and just like cause a divide. Like 100%. Like there's no, like it's not entertainment. It's just there to piss you off. Like what are you going to do? Oh my God, you can't go film people at like where they give out cash loans. Whoa, who would have thought? Like you can't walk in there and start filming. What kind of country do we live in? You can't start filming people where they give out payday loans. Oh my God. um, so yeah, so IDK. Oh, sorry, Crystal. I'm talking about First Amendment auditors. These are videos you can find on YouTube of people who will go around recording people without consent just to piss them off, and then get the cops involved, and then piss them off. And so I had suggested to Kermit. I had asked Kermit if that's what he's doing. I don't think you should be doing that though. Like imagine just going around like I need to audit if the First Amendment is being followed here. Okay, this is a real issue that we're having. Why do you do that? Because it's my right. Yeah, but what for? It's my right. Yeah, exactly. I know you just want to leave the to watch. I see. No, from what I saw, I wasn't really too attracted to the assy to assy though. It's kind of upsetting. Why do they do that, Crystal? Crystal, the First Amendment auditors do that. I don't know if you're in this country, but in the United States, we have to follow the First Amendment everywhere. It's the law. And so these brave people go around and they put a camera in your face to see if you're following the First Amendment. And a lot of people you'll be surprised are not following the First Amendment. um, it's my right. Yeah, exactly. But I said this a while back. But if you ever really want to see someone change and get a different version of them, ask them if you can record the conversation. Be like, you know what, dude? Oh, okay. You want to double that? Let me record the conversation. Are we allowed to? Because I only record with consent. That's how I roll. But it's like you'll see people change. You'll see a different side to people once you get a camera on them. Now, not saying that the First Amendment auditors are in any way. These are motherfuckers going around without consent and just like burgeoning into Barnes and Noble, going, "Can I record here? Huh? Can I?" And they're like, "I don't think so. That guy's reading a health self-help book. He doesn't want you to know that he hates himself." He's like, "Oh, well, why can't I record him? Why can't I?" This is a public area, and they're like, "No, it's not. It's private property." And they're like, "Well, it's First Amendment audit. I am a First Amendment auditor." And then they get, and it depends what channel you're watching. Some of them are like the ones where they get arrested, and the other ones are the best ones. Sorry, the best ones are the sovereign citizens. Those are the real treats. The ones who like they get pulled over at like it's an agricultural check, like at a border. Like all they're doing is checking for fruit, but because you're a sovereign citizen, Now you're getting arrested and being thrown in jail. A real cop. I have a channel. Nice. I think you should go on and start recording. I uh, I swear. I just think it's messed up that like somebody will go to the gym, start doing some reps, and then next thing you know, they went viral on TikTok, and it was like, dude, like, they had no control over that. It's just because Cindy down the lane decided, like, she realized her workout video wasn't that interesting, so she started, recording your stupid ass, and then you ended up going viral. Nobody likes. Sorry, I don't. Crystal, me or him? Me or him? What? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. Okay. um, I have a. Sorry. I don't, Crystal. I don't know who you're talking to. Sorry, I don't know who that question's for. Um, but yeah, the IRL streamers though, like that's some other stuff. It's and I get it. Like it would be really really easy to have a shit ton more viewers, shit ton more views if I just went in public and started antagonizing people. But I couldn't live with myself. I couldn't be that person. You get me? I could not like sometimes I study them like the guy that went to Korea and he started being a dick, sorry to or being rude to Korean people, and now he's arrested and he might be in jail for a very long time. He's like, what led you down that route? Because we all got the app on our phone, we buy the cameras, we start we get subscribers and we grow. At what point did you go, you know what? I don't have any real content. I'm gonna just go piss people off. So now I was telling Mr. Chaotic. Okay, Chaotico. That I really like that name. I don't want to ask for that to be my name, Mr. Chaotico, but it's just like it's like when I was teaching, I never asked the students to call me professor. I waited for them to call me professor on their own. Like I earned it. You get me? I earned it by not being a dick. Okay. I don't even know your name, bro. What do we call it? I like being referred to as my channel. I think it's the best because I'll answer to it. But I like what so when I was working as a respiratory therapist, I would go into the patient's room and you're supposed to tell them your name. But I feel that a great personality and an upbeat attitude is better than a name. So the patient would get comfortable with me. They would let me, I do the breathing treatment. I do everything I needed to do. And they would thank me. And as I'm walking out, they'd be like, oh, what's your name, by the way? And I'd be like, oh, that's right. And I'd be like, oh, Chaotic Industries. And because that's the other thing, too, is I would be so busy, I do forget my name, which let's just not get into that. But there's so many times I would like go into a patient's room, do the whole thing, and they'd be like they'd have no clue who I was, and it's kind of a big no-no. But I never got any complaints because I would win their trust. This was just that kind stranger that comes in, that magical stranger that makes the bad breathing go away. Like he helps me breathe. So the chaotic Catholic, we call you Mr. Chaotical. Thank you, no problem. Oh, I zoomed in. Ah, oh my God, it's over, people. It is over. Why does it do that? Okay, is that how you zoom in? That's not how you zoom in. Why does this always happen? Every... I'm gonna just cover this until I fix it. That way you guys don't go. There we go. Okay, sorry. How long did that take? That took too long. Or Papa Smurf. I have referred to myself as Papa Smurf. I don't know if that guy subscribed, but I had a guy come on here and he stayed watching because he thought my channel was Catholic Industries, which reminds me that I need to start another channel for some. But he thought my name was Catholic Industries and he stuck around. It was a paranormal investigation stream too. And he was Catholic and he was pretty cool about it, even though I don't think he approved of me mocking, the devil. But it it's yeah I think I do want to I want to start a channel called Catholic Industries. Um, I may or may not have done that already, but but yeah, it's listen, people. If my dream is to go viral in the Christian community, or not. What was I talking? I was talking about some other bullshit before that. I think I had already said goodbye, huh? Like an hour ago, I said I was gonna stop. Um, but people, so yeah, please. So Papa Smurf or Mr. Chaotico is appropriate. Um, but yeah, I mean, I posted that video though. People ask me like why my name is that. I played too much BioShock when I was younger, and so yeah, it's an homage to Ryan Industries, and then it's pretty much where the name comes from, and then the rest is dedicated to my dog. that's, that's what my child is. But yeah, I wanna. Huh. I don't know. I want to. I think the next stage for me though is starting to add some tunes, making some cartoons, because we have the software for it, but we gotta make some cartoons. Um, yeah, I like chaotic. I like that. I like that one too. Um, it I think it represents me very accurately, but I'm not proud that chaotic represents me. I wish I was more organized. Um, but yeah, thank you so much, Crystal. I appreciate you. I like that. Um, okay, so my mouth has gone out dry. I am trying to hit 500 subs before freaking the new year though. That's like the real plan with all of that. We can call you Chow Chow Thing. I like that. Cow Thing. Um, and then like I sometimes I go down on these streams to because I like getting ideas. Like the one thing that you said about doing a writing name stream. I might do that as like 100% trolling stream. Um, because I found more of them, and then there's another stream of people like they just have colored balls, and they're just putting like colored balls in order, and they got like 400 viewers, and I'm just like baffled. And I think what's really going on is like hundreds of people just trying to see why people are watching this. So you see like 100 people watching, you stay watching for a few minutes, another 50 people stay watching for a few seconds because they're just trying to figure out why is this interesting. And so yeah, the writing names streams to me have been the most interesting thing in the world. I would like to know more like who started that, because the idea of like, okay, you give me, and some of them are asking for like donations. Like you donate $1, so I write your name down on a little card, and then I post it over here, and then it's like, dude, what the heck? And so, um, and again, I'm like, dude, if that's your hustle and you're getting paid, like, bravo, like, and all the blessings to you. I just want to know why, why, who, and where. Like, where does this come from? Because to me, like sometimes when I do the tell me what to draw stream, I feel like an AI machine. Like I'm just here to AI generate what you ask me to. And it makes sense because sometimes the drawings come out really bad. And so, but to me that there's like, okay, there's more to that. I mean, you asked me for more than just the name, it was more interactive. But to me, it's like the fascination like you stay watching them write James, Jansen, Janice, Mederico. Like why? And so it's just fascinating. And then sorry. Yeah, but I'll be going through all these live streams sometimes, just trying to figure out like trying to get inspiration for other shit. But it's not even like to change my whole channel. Usually it's just like, can I think of a troll? Like I'm just trying to be, like joke video or whatever. The really the live streams that I'm like baffled at are the ones where like at the start I could not comment for a while. I don't know why. Why don't I don't have anything on. You should be able to comment right off the bat. It might be your app, like it's kind of acting up. Um, Sorry. Yeah, I'll like there's some streams where it's just some guy begging for subscribers, and it's like, why? Like, wait. It's like, we're trying to get a 500. Please, let's get to 500. Oh, let's go. And then trying to get 600. And then you watch their videos, and their YouTube channel is about, like every week, it's just about how many subscribers they got. Like, what's your channel about? Like, that's not a. Have you ever seen a TV show, like a cable channel, and it's all about how they get viewers? Like every TV show is just some guy reporting in how many viewers they got the week before, and like that's just insane. Okay, at the start I would not. Maybe you had lost for words, Crystal. Um, but yeah, it's like that is just so weird. Like to me, I waited a while to start my YouTube channel so then I know what I want to do on it. Yeah, I mean you guys can suggest what you want to see, but I have a pretty good idea like of what generally I want to do. But you got some people on there, they're begging for subscribers and then they're begging for ideas for content. And like, dude, you gotta have that. You gotta have that ready. You can't. Why are you begging for subs? Like, no, just earn it. You get me? Like on that. Like right now, I'm telling you, if I were to just start yelling and getting annoying, I'd probably get a shit ton of viewers right now. But that's not the type of video I want to have out. And I realized this early on when I was making some of my first videos. I've mentioned this in the past, but it's like how easy it would be to make clickbait. How easy it would be, especially for me, because I can I can act in certain ways, or I can kind of keep staying character. I could do that totally annoying guy, and like we can do like cool reviews, and I mean we can keep going with that. And it just makes me wonder like how many people out there are in this character and it just keeps going and going and going, and this isn't the real you and you're forcing it, and all of this, and so remember to like and subscribe and just watch till the end, you get me? And they just stay in this whole character for over and over, and that's why you get burnt out, because you were never real. It wasn't a real person. You get me? And so eventually that it's like makeup. It wears off. And so like with me, I mean that's why it's an hour after that one stream. And please don't do that. Well, the comment button was gone near the start. It's like, dude, I swear. I'm telling you, now, I'm gonna make a video like that one. I'm gonna do. You're gonna see like, I'm gonna have earphones. I'm gonna have a mic. The background's gonna have like a purple glow. There's gonna be like a blue light this way. I'm like, hey, today I'm gonna be reviewing some of my best. I'm like, oh god, I can't do it. I was like, why aren't you real? Nobody talks like that. Would you go up? You go to Arby's. And you go, hey, I would like the number 5, but first, wait to hear until the end of my comment. Nobody acts like that. Nobody acts like that. And so yeah, I'm saying one day you're gonna tune into this channel. It's gonna have a purple glow light behind me. I'm gonna have a really built PC, big old earphones. I'm gonna be yelling into the mic. That's where this is going. Oh, and I'm gonna be reacting to just other people's content nonstop. I'm gonna just go through the entire internet, and the more it belongs to somebody else, the more I'm gonna try to take it from them. And I'm gonna just put my head way down here in the corner. Be like, check this out. Yeah, check it out. Oh my god. Sorry. It's tempting too. And it's weird because it's like it would be easy. It's just, I mean, you already have the green screen, right? So you just get somebody else's video and you put it on here. And it's like, dude, like, no, I can't sleep. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. You get me? Because it wasn't my video. It's not my art. And I just heads up is like, I will make a reaction video on my own content, like if I'm talking shit about it. That's for sure. But I'm gonna pretend like I don't know who this channel is. But that to me is like, yeah, you can't. That's just rude. You get me? And I know comedians do it all the time, right? But a comedian, when he goes up on stage, we don't pull up somebody's face or somebody else's art all together and put it behind us and then do notes on it. That's just different. And it like, check out those videos. How many videos have you seen? And look at it. Wait, is this actually this channel's video? And if you look, it's most likely not. Just look at the bottom corner. You'll see someone's face, or over here, and just because they put their face in the corner, now they can use somebody else's video. And it's like the worst ones are the reaction on reaction. It's like, whoa, wait. This guy is reacting to that guy's reaction. So now it's a reaction content creator who stole somebody else's reactions. It's like one of those mirrors that start looking in on itself. But anyways, all right. I think I'm done ranting. I think I was just ranting about like the other stuff that I see on live streams, because I'm like when I think I want to get an idea for a live stream, and then I go on there and I go, you know what? I'm gonna just keep doing the stuff I was doing. Because the other side would be me getting plastered on camera, which I think would be great. I do want to make like a driving, like POV driving. Any recommendations for that? As in like something I need to look out for? Are you allowed? Like if I'm POV driving and other people's license plates are showing up, is that a no-no? Because I don't want to like cross any lines there. I mean, but like if I'm on the freeway and I'm just like, I mean, I'm gonna have it on chest. I'm not gonna have my hands on the camera because that shit's stupid too. But yeah, I just want to do like ASMR POV driving. That's my dream, but I don't want to mess with people's privacy. So, but yeah, if you ever see a live stream of me just driving and I'm not talking, like that's what's going on. But anyways, yeah, dude, dude, I was watching a stream, and I know that people were watching just to see this guy get a DUI, because his buddy is drinking. Just he has an entire case of beer. His live stream on YouTube, an entire case of beer in the passenger seat, downing every single one of them, and they're speeding on the freeway, and people they started to like comment where they were, like people that were in the area, they're like in Baltimore or something, and then people were, I think some of the locals that were watching ended up calling the cops, but the boys they parked by a Subway and they jumped out. They I think they got wise to it because a lot of people were commenting like reporting for dangerous activity. And to me, I was like, the stupidest thing ever is like, why would you record yourself like doing any of that? And again, it's like you're risking yourself and other people's lives for clout. And like that is just not, that ain't worth it, dude. It's not. The freaking the 10 subs you would have gotten from that, it's not worth it. You're risking your life and everybody else's. But anyways, yeah, that was I mean, and that's one thing I wanted to avoid. Like I don't want to I don't want to be driving myself either, and then somebody else assume that I'm doing something wrong, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna. And that's why I avoided doing that one for a while, because I realized like, nah, some asshole can then actually screw you over because they know where you are and shit. So I avoided that one. But I probably will do like video ASMR of just POV driving. Um, I wanted to do a Mustang review video because I've seen those. So if you see a Mustang review on this channel, I have no hard feelings. This is just, and it might be really, really stupid. But anyways, oh my God. Tonight was brought to you by this. I guess you can't show alcohol on YouTube either. And I'm like, okay, well, explain the 90 other streamers just getting plastered on camera. Like, you can't promote alcohol. How do you drink on YouTube without getting in trouble? All right, people. So I will be probably conducting like that live. I think we're gonna do a live dissection of a. It was like this little toad. So I'll probably be doing that later on. So if you want to see the live dissection, by all means. But yeah, I got you, Crystal. You don't have to keep retracting the message. All right, I was just trying to say goodnight with that. All right, people. So if I'm back for the drawing, I'll see ya. But if anything, that was tonight's live paranormal Q&A. This is real paranormal investigations, real people, real cases. All right. My thingy. All right, bye, people. Do you like my hair? Like if you like my hair, and if should I Night night, babe. This. Thank you. Night night. Night night to you all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for sticking around. And I'll catch you, Kerman. Have a good one. Bye, Crystal. I'll see you. Remember the next, yeah. I'll try to. I'll try to be live. Be more schedulely on it. All right. Have a good night, peoples.